Would you look at that? That is Gunhound again. Sorry about the delay. It turns out Gunhound picks up its difficulty quite hard, starting from well, this level, this intermission, kind of a one-time chance for a bonus mission here. You have to stop the enemy convoy, and we have only 3 minutes to do it. Actually, less, because I think the convoy leaves the screen faster than that. But yeah, the Gunhound went really difficult, and that was what really messed up my timing on recording of this stuff. I usually try to get, you know, get some footage in, get some recording in of Gunhound when I had like a quarter of an hour, maybe 20 minutes, but the next 4th mission got real hard, and not until I couldn't beat it until I actually devoted like a good afternoon, evening to get good at it and actually have a good run. You're gonna still see a little bit of cuts here and there, but this is mission clear here, and we are going on mission 4. Stuff actually happens in this mission. I'm actually pretty surprised by what happens in this upcoming 4th mission. I'm gonna have to destroy the enemy dreadnought. Now we have a landship with its neutron polymer cannon approaching, and from what we see here, the only way to stop it is to lure it inside a canyon with our gunhounds and slowly strip him of his engines and the covering armor covering its engineering and power supply. It makes you wonder what strategic clout must the enemy the enemy general, the enemy leader have to decide, yeah, let's do the one thing we're not prepared to do. It's like willingly going into urban combat with tanks with no infantry support to clear all the possible choke points and well, vantage points from which you can shoot at the armor. You can see here Yuri is raising the point that we don't have firepower. We'll never destroy that thing, but I'm gonna capture the enemy battle fortress. I'm gonna hijack it by using our mobility in our gunhounds. At least that's what the gunhound leader proposes here. And I did a little bit of reading about this game. This is actually a 2nd installment, or maybe like a side game in Gunhound series. It's actually a little bit of a remake, I think. The first Gunhound game was released on PC, if I'm not mistaken, and the Gunhound EX that we are playing here was a game on PSP, and only recently was it released on PC. And there's been some changes to the characters. But let's see, actually from what I've seen in the next mission, mission 5, there's gonna be a little bit of a character development to Kid. And I do apologize for talking through the cutscenes. You can feel free to mute me if you want to focus on the character banter, but I really recommend buying it if you are into Dojin mecha games. So here the level starts. It's a it's also, that was the difficulty of this level. It's quite boring, like this. The whole level is just stripping this fortress of its various guns and stuff. At least the music is quite good in this one. That was the case in most of Gunhound. The music is quite funky, quite energetic. So here we have a little bit of a repetitive dodging, and the leader successfully destroyed one of their engines, and the fortress is slowing down a bit. So I'm gonna zoom in and try to get its rear engine. And here with some editing magic, I'm still figuring out Blender, so sorry for the janky transition. We have what's quite difficult here. Those are you have to destroy those turrets, and where you destroy them, and you do it quite quickly here, they expose like this energy kinda machinery there, which shoots I call it an anime cannon because it shoots just the generic anime effect kind of thing, like a pink orb of energy, and it's quite tricky to avoid it. It does target your previous location, it locks onto your location, so with some foresight you can start moving away from it, but the hitbox is it gets a long time getting used to it. Like it's not very clear where the damage hitbox ends and where you're safe on the outskirts, on the outer edge of this circle there. And now I haven't shown this in this one because I already shed my armor, but you actually, I don't think you can make this jump to jump on the nose of the landship without shedding your armor, so this is a little bit of a asshole move from the game. And here is a thing that a mechanic that's gonna return in later levels. You had to jump, and only ever so slightly, only just press the jump button for the shortest amount of time possible to make this jump little here. That's gonna return in the later levels. And we have the enemy captain asking to guarantee that the prisoners won't get killed, and our leader says. But then this guy, Wagner, or Wagner, is introduced. He's like an evil second in command. It wasn't quite clear, but the game's plot got quite dark here. The enemy second in command actually shot the enemy captain just to make a martyr out of her and drive the landship crew to basically make an auto-destruct sequence which will release a nuclear explosion-like overdrive force, which is apparently forbidden by international treaties. And I really like the way of thinking of Wagner's, and what you're gonna do about me violating international treaties, I guess. And shit gets real. Treaties are just treaties, and everybody lives through the war to answer for his decisions. And here's a very tricky enemy here. This exposed engine releases this shmup-like pattern, and I wasn't good enough to avoid it that well, so fortunately in this playthrough I managed to destroy it. But I got out of this level with just a sliver of health, so I'm gonna do a horrible thing there and just proceed with the sliver of health to our Esperanza boss here. I'm gonna see a little bit of a cut when I respawn, when I continue. This boss is easy enough once you learn the pattern, but because first he has this wave that kills you, and then he has the laser that kills you, and then he has this wave that kills you again if you are too close, and then he has this Gatling guns that kill you, and then he has the rockets that kill you. So these were my attempts that evening. But here we have a reminiscent of the start of the level. Jump around. A little bit of fisting was going on there. I do recommend mecha fisting as often as possible. It keeps you healthy, it keeps your mecha in good shape. And here's a little bit of that jumping over from the earlier in the level. I only managed to do it on the very last barrage of his. And I also managed to miss on my first playthrough, only on watching this level in post. I actually noticed that what happened, what I called Hound Leader managed to sacrifice himself to divert the self-destructing landship from, I guess from our base or from our city. Somewhere back in the desert. It would be a pretty sad plot point if it wasn't so obvious that it's gonna happen. It was pretty nice fighting. I was gonna show up in a second here. Wagner was rolling in this little mecha of his. And spoilers! In the next level we're gonna be like a mid-boss in this little frame here. Or maybe not frame. In this little hound here. And I do like fighting my sized enemies in games like this. I think, like for example, the game Strike Suit Zero and Infinity, it suffered a little bit from not introducing as many other mecha as I wanted. We got mission clear, and a little bit of a sad moment here. Everybody is mourning the commander with liberal use of ellipses and face palms and vanishing eyes. I don't speak much Japanese, but the dub does not seem that good. But I might be mistaken. So that was a double trouble, a double feature. We continue with mission 5 in next episode, which is gonna hopefully come a little bit faster this time around.